Hi guys, my name is Taya and today I would like to speak about what different Europe or country that I did grow up and what I find out in American family, how kids growing up and teenager time in a family. So it was very interesting for me research because I did grow in completely different environment, different lifestyle, different country, language, tradition, style. And when I come to United States, I find out completely different. So let's figure out. And again, if you have different your story, please just click, go have a comment and tell your story. What country you was growing up, or what tradition you have in your family, what your parents sharing with you. And I do not have completely structure. I just want to have chat each other. So let's go. First of all, I understand that completely different country have different mindset, different tradition. And again, I find out that parents have different style. Some parents have much more structure. Some parents have much more flexibility. And again, in my community, in my video, I never judge, I never criticize. We try to find out what the best fit you, your family, your relationship, your kids, your spouse, and of course you like foundation. Yeah. So I will share how I did grow up in Europe and what tradition we have in our family, and I would like to hear what you have. So let's go. When I did grow up, I have the best family, the best parents that ever you can even ask. And what I mean, so my family, my parents have specific tradition that they always with each other. Doesn't matter what happened, they always do everything together, they speak with everything together, they manage everything together, and they always together. And if, for example, I have some type of question for my parents, I can come and ask and they honestly answer to me. Nobody hide anything, nobody shy about anything. So in our family, when I'm growing up, my parents free completely speak any subject. Doesn't matter what is subject. It can be about finance, it can be about investment, it can be savings, about work, about project, about communication, about other people and neighbors and project, doesn't matter. So anything was hidden in our family. So for example, my parents work, coming home, and when we have a dinner or when we go on the yard or something else, or we do something together, they always chat. They never think, even have idea that like, oh, you're so small, you're like a child, you don't understand, you don't have idea, or we not speak in front of you about money, for example. Yeah. So no, they completely clearly speak about who have what salary, what money they have, what bonuses, what project they have, how much savings. Everybody knows how many savings was or where. And even we like kids, we're growing up, we know like all these places. Yes. So it was completely everything open and honest. And they even have no idea that you can have different way and other family have different styles. So for me to find out later when I was growing up and I was adult and I start to speak and have conversation with other people how they growing up, they never speak. Like parents always hide something. They never speak about money or saving or investment because, oh, like you're not enough. And I think it's a very big problem because when you're growing up and you have feeling that you lower class or you just kid and not allowed to be in that conversation, the parents can be interpreter and maybe you will growing up this way traumatized And when you have your own kids, you will not speak with your own kids about savings. And when you or finance or business or forever what subject, you just can pick it up, yeah. And you never speak with your kids. And what happened, your kids with no acknowledge, with no even basic, and did not know backup story, they can make mistake, maybe even same mistake that you have, maybe your parents have. So if everybody speaking, like for example, my grandparents have some maybe story and they share and they speak, so I can pick it up. And after maybe my parents tell some type of story and I'm just play around like a kid in the background, but I catch it up. And when I catch it up, unconsciously I already understand, or in correct time, in correct moment, it's pop up in my memory. So like, okay, because history have consistency to come back and repeat. Everybody knows, but nobody learns. And when you have the same situation, maybe it's pop up in your memory like, oh, okay, this time my parents or my grandparents did this. And much big chance that you will not make same mistake because you did hear what is coincidence or what the problem was, or maybe it's for something good that they learn and you do it again. So maybe you will win in some type of case or investment or savings, or figure out some situation that maybe can help in your life. Other things, for example, I see a lot of times people shy speak about dating. And again, we did not have any secrets, not from the parents, and they did not have surprise or secrets from us, because I think it's correct. Build it up trust between parents and kids. For example, I don't know, maybe it just was our like European Slavic attitude and idea and tradition, because it's a lot of people have to growing up and was not surprised when they come here. Like I see completely is different, yeah. But again, no judging. It's everybody do the best how they think will be great for them and what fit for them, you know. So everybody have different backup story, and I'm not judging. They have a different subject, different style. Everybody have backup story, yeah. And for example, about dating, um, my parents know all my secrets. My parents know every place that I go, with who I meet. My parents come to our house. They know when I've been, what place, what time. But again, I have very strict style, and I have very strict organizing schedule. If my parents say that I need to be back at home midnight, it's highly recommend to come back 11:55 or 11:50. If I come back home 12:01, it's already will be punishment, minimum for 3 weeks, minimum. No playing, no meetings with my friends, don't go do everything what I wanted. So that will be punishment. And again, it depends by the parents, by the tradition, lifestyle, what your parents have, no judging. And you know what? I feel like I'm so grateful, because schedule and organizing, it was very helpful for me when I did run my business, because when I have this growing up style that you need to be in a time, it was the best style that my parents teach me when I growing up like a child. Because when you run the business and you have a meeting with investors, with business people, they have every second timing and calculate. So if you're late, you can lose contract, you can lose the client, you can lose your face. And sometimes when you're on a time, how you represent yourself, how you show up, you can have even few zeros to your contract, because how you handle yourself, yeah. And I'm very, very grateful what my parents teach me with this style. Of course, when I was teenager, I was pissed off and like, what do you mean? It's only 1 minute. what a big deal. Right now, I understand even 1 minute it's very big deal. Because, for example, you have vacation and you go to airport, yeah, and you're like, yeah, of course, yeah, I will be late 15-20 minutes. No, flight will not wait you. 200-300 people will not wait you, only one person, because you cannot organize your life, correct? They left. Same with your regular life. If you have a meeting with somebody like adult, you need to have responsibility that you cannot be like, of course, life happen. You can be in the traffic, it can be accident, it can be something popping up that you cannot control. But again, you can call and let know that we need to reschedule because A, B, C, D, or my apology, I will be late because this happened and I will be few minutes late. And again, you can come and show up even early and have always a little bit gap before for buffer time, for buffer zone. And for me, like when I growing up, I love and I respect my parents for one, the biggest style what they grow me, that they have a same style. Like for example, what I mean, if I have a question, can I come and visit my friends this day, this time, or go for the party, birthday party, or something else? And if I come, for example, for my mom, and my mom say yes, it means my dad have same answer, same agreement, and say yes. If my mom said no, no reason, you cannot even have a thoughts that you can go and start backing that, because his answer will be the same. And if you will do this, it means you disrespect the person that you ask first, and you jump from the head and you will be punished. It's not a style like in American movie, Hollywood movie, bad cop and good cop. No, they was the team. They was tandem. They was only one. So if one person say yes, other person say yes. If one person say no, it means second person will say no. And for example, if and it's a both way. If I go first to my dad and ask a question, hey, can I go to this, or can I do this, or I can come and visit that, or forever. And if my dad say yes, I don't need to go to ask my mom. If he said no, again, no reason go and ask my mom. But if one of them have a little bit question, they can say, yeah, you can go and ask mom or dad, and they can make decision. In this option, yes, you can go and ask. Otherwise, no bueno. And I think it's great politics in the family to be like this, because both parents do not have a fight between themselves, because they have foundation, same quality thing. And second one, a child respect both parents same level. And I think it was the best what my parents teach me, to have the style. That family, it's a team. It's not competition between husband and wife. It's not competition between partner. It's not disagreement between partner. It's not about disrespect each other, husband and wife or partner. It's only one together piece. You work together. You not work against each other. You always working out, you always compromise, and you always speak. It's why you have a mouth, to speak, communicate, explain, bargaining, negotiate it, and have happiness in your relationship. And it's how you can grow your kids. I find out a lot of times when I come to this wonderful country, that in modern life, people grow the kids different way. Much more free, much more open mind. And again, I'm not against this. Different people have different style, but for me, it's very interesting to see results, how we growing up and how each generation growing up. Because if I see and make observation, let's say, for example, for the godparents that was growing up in Europe, or like parents that was growing up in Europe, grandparents that growing up in United States, or parents that growing up in 60s, 70s in United States, and right now kids, like for example, my age in Europe and United States, and right now if they have a kids, how they're growing up, and what is society, what is style, what is tradition, and what trauma, of course, they have in background. It's what we're working on, yeah. And I think a lot of times people were so shy, like parents were so shy sometimes to speak about dating, about kisses, about first sex, about relationship. It was like taboo. Nobody speak about this. Right now in modern life, I'm so happy because parents speak much more honest and open with the kids. I know of a lot of parents who they have teenagers and they openly speak with them, start from like 10 to 12 age, and right now they're like 18, 19 and more. They sit and openly have conversation about sex, about protection, about condoms. And I think it's very good because you still have this question. And if you do not speak with your child still need answering, because one day it's still the subject pop up. So how do you find out? You will find from internet, from the book, from the YouTube, from friends, or some company that you don't want that your child find out. Yeah. So you won't have the best for your child. So if you won't have the best for your child, for the safetyness, why you not communicate with your child? And again, maybe you just don't have this conversation with your parents and you don't know how to start, or maybe you're shy, or maybe you have bad experience. Yeah, because I have practiced and go to the place that was a woman and lady that traumatized about sex and recovery group, because they was raped or they had incest in the family or other subject. It's for other video and other problem. Yeah. But again, a lot of people traumatize or have a bad experience in the family, or maybe other people not speak with them, like parents and grandparents did not speak with their parents. So it's kind of generation by generation, and you don't know how to even do or start. And maybe you're shy, maybe you're embarrassed, but it's okay, it's normal, it's life. So, but if you have a first step, I'm so proud of you because you do your best. Yeah, you do your best. And if you share your knowledge, it doesn't matter what it was, good or bad, in your background, your child would like to hear. Your child will be so happy and appreciated to know any information. And this way you build it up trust with your child, because child, you definitely won't have a trust. Yeah. So you want to build it up, not only parents' attitude and child attitude. You won't have like, hey, you safe, you home. If you have any question, you can come home. You safe, you can speak with me. Yeah? I can share with you. I can teach you. I can give you advice. Maybe it's not the best advice. Maybe it's not the best option. Maybe it's not top level, but I give my knowledge or my experience with my age. And after you still, then much more information your child have, then better maybe can have results with the answer. Yeah. For example, I remember I have the best friend when I'm growing up, and her mom was very, very modern for our time, our age. And she have conversation and start to speak about um, menstruation and period for women growing, for like dating, kisses and everything when she was 9 years old. And she started to have this conversation with her, and she started to buy the book. And of course I was very curious, and we go to each other's house and we share a lot of things. And I was so curious, and I did go and buy this. I read this book, I share, and I was so hungry. I always love the book. I read a lot, and I'm so glad that parents like this open up in early age. I know other like lady. She when you have a boy, a son, growing up, 12 years old, she sit with him and start to speak about sex and interest for the girls and how to be protected and condoms. And she offered him to buy condoms that if anything happen, maybe it's not even correct age, but you want to prevent, you want to be open up because you want that your child coming first to who? Not on the street, not for the stranger, not about some random advice on internet. Yes, you want that your child come here to the family, to the parents, and be safe. And this son right now growing up, adult man, and he appreciated, he speak with his mom, he share everything about sex, about girls, about everything, and I think it's most beautiful. Not speak only about finance, teach your child about safety, saving deposit box and investment, etc. It's very good that you teach, but again, your kids need to understand that you have support and you have the best in your heart advice. And for example, I think also very nice, not education in a family, but also in a school, that I think in my time we have the best education when I'm growing up, and I have the best school on that time. And again, we have a huge library in the home. So every single day, my mom read, I read. It was normal. So we have a huge, huge library. So every day we have a rule. You can go and you pick it up, any book from the bookshelf in the library, and you must read minimum 7 pages. So that it was kind of rule in the house. Yeah. And I still right now have a lot of books. And when I moved last time, I even donate 3,500 books to the library and donation place and center. So for me, it's also very important education in the school, and not that kids start to just play video game. They need to be educated and informed. For example, when I growing up, we have not only study a lot of subject about like anatomy or human body or zoology or botanic, social investment, money, economy. Yeah, I did study economy when I was in the 7th class. That I think it's very shocking. But again, I went to the school when I was 5. So for me, is very surprised that when I come here and I start to speak family and kids who is growing up right now, we do not have on our age in our time, because we was very educated about, again, alcoholism, about addiction, about drugs, about abortion. So one time for week, we always have meeting and teacher with principal of the school. We go to the very big open area, and I don't know, like few classes sit, they have a conversation with us, they communicate, they give a lecture about sex, about abortion, about pregnancy, about if a woman go or like teenager go or woman go from this. They show the video, like we really see the video. I think I was 14 or 13 that time. We saw the video how woman give a birth to the child. So we saw all the stuff, and everybody was open and honest. You can pick it up your hand, raise your hand, you can ask any question, nobody laughing, nobody shy. And I think it was great time. It was the best time when you completely open and honest. And yeah, we don't have, I remember in our school about bullying that I hear right now a lot of people have. We did not have any problem with addiction. Like right now, when I hear like teenagers have like suicide or addiction, video game or drugs or something, we do not have any drugs problem in the school. We don't have this because everybody would have correct mindset, education, openly, honestly, in the family. Not every family was full like mom and dad. Some family was not do not have a dad, for example. But again, we do not have this problem like right now. It's almost like a crisis, and I think it's a huge background because I remember I spoke with one lady, a very successful business lady, and she have a teenager daughter, and she told me that she afraid that she do the best with her husband, and they have only one child,